Welcome to the Backrooms level 95. Survival difficulty class undetermined. Mysterious properties. Unknown information. Undocumented entities. With walls comprised mostly of bricks and stone, level 95 is a series of interconnected corridors that stretch from small to enormous distances. Traversing through the level is no easy task, as the bizarre architecture present all throughout it poses a significant obstacle to many. Furthermore, not all corridors are supplied with a natural source of light. Some corridors are completely devoid of any lighting, thus making any exploration extremely arduous. Windows are almost always present in every wall of the level, even if what appears to be behind the wall is nothing but another corridor. These windows are also the main source of natural lighting, although it is still unknown what exactly emits it. Looking outside of these windows shows nothing but an empty, presumably endless white void. It is unknown if these windows are instances of Entity 2, as no figure can be seen from the other side and no reports of attacks on wanderers have yet been documented. Given that the corridors are mostly empty, sounds easily echo throughout them and reach really far distances. This makes it extremely easy to detect any life form from afar, should they be emitting any form of noise. It should be noted, however, that this also makes wanderers highly susceptible to being spotted by an entity, so minimal noise should be made when walking through the level, especially if in groups or in the vicinity of a nearby entity. Sometimes, some noises can be heard from the other side of the walls, even if there is no probable source for them nearby. These include, most commonly, scratching on walls, footsteps, whispers, debris falling, and humming. It should also be cognizant that these sounds do not appear to have any physical source, but one should always be on alert if they experience any of the aforementioned sounds. It is not known what really lies behind some of these walls. The entirety of the level appears to be mostly devoid of any valuable resources, although sometimes and seemingly out of nowhere, one can find a wooden box of almond water bottles, hidden behind short walls or wooden barricades. These have been proven to be safe for consumption, but are very hard to find. Rarely, a corridor can lead to a staircase. These staircases lead to what is called the underneath the floor below main level 95, which has not been thoroughly documented for a series of reasons. The underneath is the ground below the main level, a floor that is completely devoid of any lighting and requires an artificial light source to be explored. Not much is known about this area, as exploration parties go missing after a few days and without any notice or contact, even when equipped with speakers to act as distress beacons. Point 1. The noises heard on the floor above can also be heard in the underneath, but here they are much more amplified and clear. Laughter can sometimes be heard from afar. However, most wanderers who experienced it simply ran away out of fear, retreating back to the upper zone of the level, so it is unknown where it is being emitted from. It is thought that this area has an extremely high entity count, which could help justify the missing parties. The pitch black would help many entities to hide and ambush any unsuspecting wanderers, slaughtering them on the spot and leaving them no chance to warn anyone quickly enough. Microphones and cameras do not work in the underneath. Microphones will either emit static or obnoxiously loud noises, which can be deafening for a small period of time. Cameras will simply record a still, black image, with nothing else to be seen. Any file details for captured imagery are simply corrupted. Traversing the lower area of level 95 is not recommended at any cost. No one knows for sure what happens down there and death is guaranteed. Entities. The amount of entities in the upper part of the level is presumably very low, but any wanderer is likely to encounter at least one entity before they find the exit. Populating the upper areas of the level and thus far documented are dullers and clumps. No other entities have yet been spotted or documented. On the other side, in the lower area of the level, the underneath, the presence of entities is thought to be at least 80x higher than that of the upper area. Point 2. However, no official document, survey, or exploration has proven the existence of such. It is worth keeping in mind that all explorations have ended up in the loss of the exploration party, which can only suggest that the presence of dangerous entities is highly likely. Even so, various unofficial documents have pointed to the existence or observation of smilers, engathresurs, skin stealers, and hounds. Bases, outposts, and communities. Given the nature of this level, establishing any sort of outpost does not yield any favorable outcomes for those involved. Instead, attempting to create any form of base is both extremely time-consuming and vastly resource-wasting. Even so, some very small outposts owned by the MEG can be found near the aforementioned staircases, either to guide wanderers to a safer location or to explore the underneath. If in need of resources or medical assistance, these outposts could provide quick help. Do keep in mind, however, that resources in level 95 are extremely scarce, so help is not always guaranteed. Entrances and exits. Entrances. To enter level 95, enter an empty cellar in level 11 or find a broken brick wall in level 9. Exits. To exit level 95, one must travel far away enough from the point they initially started from. Upon reaching an unknown distance far away from the said point, some of the walls will possess a door that can be opened. If entered through, it will lead wanderers to level 44. That's all for this level. Thanks for watching. Bye bye.